Hello and welcome to this setup tutorial for the board game Tokaido. If you'd also like to know how to play this game, I have a separate video for that. So let's get it ready on the table. First, take out the game board. Place it somewhere on the table where all the players can see it clearly and reach it. It has some small spaces that need to be perfectly visible, especially if you're playing with 4 or 5 players. Next, a lot of cards. Get them all out on the table. There's this whole deck, and this one, and these 6 cards.
7 cards.
I'm going to start with this one. First, I'll separate them into different decks. Just look at the back of the cards for which deck is which. I'm not going to put them on the game board just yet. We have the black cards. These are the shops. The pink cards. Those are encounters with other people. Some blue ones for the hot springs. And finally, these red ones for food. These are all the decks that go here at the top of the board. Shuffle each deck and then place it on the according space. The shops go here. The encounters go here. Hot spring cards go on this space. And food cards go here. Next, this other deck. Panorama cards. Again, first separate the decks before placing them on the board. We have this green panorama, the gray panorama, and the blue panorama. Don't shuffle these cards. Instead, you have 2 choices. You can either place them on the board as they are now. This is possible, and I recommend it because all players will be searching through this deck during the game anyway. Or, if you want, you can first sort each deck by number. The highest numbers go on the bottom. In this case, all the cards with a 3 on it. Then all the cards with a 2 on it go on top of that. And finally, the cards with a 1 on it all the way at the top. Then do this for the other 2 panorama decks as well, and place them on the according space on the game board. And last, there are these 6 cards.
7.
These are goal cards, and they can go anywhere next to the game board. Tokaido also has money tokens. Take them all out and place them somewhere next to the game board. We're almost done. Now, all players choose a color to play with and take all the pieces in that color. I play with yellow, so I take my yellow meeple and keep it with me. I have a yellow score marker that immediately goes on space 0 of the point track, and a yellow disc that I'll be using in a moment. End the setup by taking out all these character boards. Shuffle them face down and then deal 2 boards to each player. Any unused boards are returned to the box. Every player then looks at their 2 characters and picks one to be for the whole game. Each character has its own trait. Please look those up in the rulebook. In the future you will understand what the icons mean and use those to make your choice. I choose this character and return the other board to the box. This character indicates that I start the game with this much money. So I take that money from the general supply and place it by my character. To indicate this is me, I press my yellow disc into this hole on the character board. And done! The game is ready to go. Pick a starting player. That player places their meeple on this space on the left side of the game board. Then, going clockwise, other players place their meeple above it, one by one. You can now begin the game. The player at the bottom goes first. If you don't know how to play Tokaido, please follow me to the tutorial. Thank you for watching this setup, and see you for the next one.